Hello, this is LordUg. Yes, it is, and welcome to Inscryption. This is a game I've been playing for a little while, and I must admit I fell for it. I do like some of these card games, and yes, I know, video 2022, video this early, maybe the state of things to come. Probably not, but you never know. So enjoy it while you can. I actually do like this game, and hopefully I'll be able to play more of it. I've been enjoying it. Now, a little bit of a spoiler thing, warning. There's some puzzles in this, and they are all usually worked out the same way. So, if you want to play this or you haven't played this and you're going to play this, then just be careful, because you will find the answer to some puzzles, and just be able to do them very easy. But other than that, we're going to now get into the game. I see him there. Another challenger. It has been ages. Perhaps you have forgotten how this game is played. Allow me to remind you. Okay, so we're going to have a quick tutorial here. Play the squirrel card. So basically, this is where you lay your cards when you first cast them. You don't touch anything up here. You can see the paws; they're pointing that way, so you know which way it's going. So we'll put one here. Now play your stoat. So we go. Tells you what to do, WRS. So just press that button. So it's saying play the stoat. Now stoat. Oh, it says it here. Stoat costs 1 blood. Sacrifices must be made. So we know it costs 1 blood. So we have to click on here. And it marks it and kills it. Now 1 blood has kind of gone into your... Think of it as like your payment pool or your payment bank. And that pays for this 1 blood that it costs to cast the stoat. An honourable death. Play the stoat. So we play the stoat. Walls require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. So this is the wolf it's looking at, and we've got 2 of these. Ring the bell to end your turn and commence combat. So the stoat's going to hit with 1, because this is its attack, this is its defense. So you're going to hit with 1. So we click the bell. Your stoat stands unopposed. So we click a bell. The number on the bottom left is its attack power. I should be quiet actually, because this is telling you how to do it, which is 1. There you go. So you get a tooth. That's a tooth, a gold tooth, and that drops onto the scales on that side. You've got to tilt the scale fully over. It's 5 either side. So 5 points that way or 5 points that way. Well, it's got to do 6 now, because I've tilted it by 1. Your stoat dealt me 1 damage. I added it to the scale. You win if you tip my side all the way down. Sorry about the voice, it's just how I'm reading it. Like this. So that's how it looks when you get all 5. My turn. Your stoat stands in the way of my coyote. Now the coyote's hit with 2. The stoat had a defense of 1. Oh, had a defense of 3. So 2 from 3 leaves 1. So the stoat lives and gets 1 and has 1 health left. Whereas the stoat hits with 1, and that one's got a defense of 1. So, well, my coyote dealt 2 damage to your stoat. That means your stoat's health is 2 less. If a creature's health reaches 0, it dies. It's your turn again. Now, of course, you're not going to lose this because it's just a tutorial. You may draw from your deck, or you may draw a squirrel. Let's draw a squirrel. How dull. Kiss my ass. So we can put the squirrel down, and now we can just press the bell here, and this will kill this. But we now have two kind of sacrifices here, and this needs 2 blood. So a squirrel is 1 blood, and this gives 1 blood. So we can cast this, and we can put it there. Now this will kill the coyote. As like this. Click the bell, boom, dead. Because you are learning, I will pass. So we get to go again. So we're going to pick a squirrel, because we need a squirrel. We'll attack with this. And all we need to do is attack. We don't have to click it or anything. Just click the bell, and it hits with 3. Right, so this is on 4 now. So the next 1 point, no matter what it is, will take it over by 1. 3 damage dealt. 3 weights on the scale. So now we go like that. He's going to pass again. Pass. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick another squirrel, because you've got to pick one of these every time. So we're going to pick another squirrel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put down both squirrels, and then we're going to cast this using both squirrels, and boom. Now remember, he only needs 1 point of damage to lose. We're going to hit with 6, so we're going to get an overflow of 5. You'll see the 5 land in the pot. There you go. You've won this match. Wasn't exactly hard. They won't all be so easy. Let me recall your story. Okay. Oh yes. You were lost deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. So we've got to go along the path. So click on here, and we get to choose one of 2 cards. So we can use the adder, or we can use the cat. Now, I'll quickly explain both these. Oh, only one may grace your paltry deck. Now the adder, I think this may tell you. Oh no, we've got to pick on it. Or I'll just click on. Well, I don't know. I don't want to click on it in case it picks it, because I want the cat. But I'll quickly explain it. The adder, because it's got this skull and crossbones, this means anything really, any card. This card blocks or hits. So it don't matter if it's a tree, a rock, or anything. If this adder card attacks a card, then it gets poisoned and it dies instantly. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's a 50-50 card, 50 attack, 50 defense. If this little 1/1 adder hits it, it's dead. The cat, on the other hand, has this like dagger with a infinity symbol through. It's a 0/1. It's got no attack, but it means that it doesn't sacrifice when you click on it. So you put it on board like you do a squirrel. But when you click on it, instead of it putting that mark on and destroying the card, it will put the mark on. It will just kind of tap the card for 1 blood, and you will not lose the card. It will stay on the table, so you can tap it again and again and again and again. Now, there's one thing not everybody knows about this is the cat has 9 lives. If you keep using it and you use it over 9 times in one game, then it will turn into a different creature, which I'm not going to tell you yet. I might tell you later, because you might see it if I use it that many times. So I'll wait and see. So out of the 2, the adder's great because it can protect you against really strong enemies. Well, it can kill really strong enemies, but it's only got 1 defense, so it dies easy. But the cat can keep helping you cast things, because once this is down, it'll just stay there, and you get a squirrel, and you could keep casting 2 blood things, because this one will keep being here. So this is a lot more useful. Another creature joins your caravan. Okay, so we go along the road. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. So we'll go to this bag thing. This is where you get some items. You came across an abandoned sack. So you get a squirrel. Sorry, you found a squirrel in a bottle. Break in case of emergency. And have a second. Another useful implement. I'll allow you to dip the scales with it. So that is what it sounds like. 3 is as much as you can carry. That is what it sounds like. So you've got 2 squirrels that you can bring in any time. You can just click on the bottle and it'll give you another squirrel. So say you've got a wolf in your hand and you pick a squirrel up and you want to get your wolf down quick. You can just click on one of the bottles. It'll smash the bottle. You'll get the second squirrel. Then you can sew both squirrels down and cast your wolf. So it's just there to help you. The pliers, I'm going to wait. I am going to be using them. And I want you to, if you don't know what they're for, I want you to wait for full effect. Anyway, let's carry on. So we're going to have a fight. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. So we've got a couple of stumps with a defense of 3. And we've got a boulder with a defense of 5. Nothing has any attack. And this lane is clear. You've read that part? So here we go. So we've got a squirrel. Oh. You sacrificed me while I was sleeping. It was the right play. I get it. Maybe you'll help me? Well, I'll try. Play along for now. Okay, so we've got the cat. Now, the good thing about the cat is here, what's really good about the cat being used here, for one, we only need a squirrel to play it. So let's get a squirrel down. Now, we are going to play the cat for the simple reason, because like I said, it counts like a squirrel, but it never gets taken away. And the good thing is, this stump here means no creature can attack in this line, in this row here. And it's never going to attack me because it hasn't got an attack, it's only got a defense. So if I put the cat here, hello, if I put the cat, oh, sorry, sacrifice that. I'll need to click the cat, click that, do that. So now the cat's here, it's safe really. As long as I don't kill this card, then nothing's going to attack this cat. So it's always here. Need I remind you, your items may help. We're not going to use the items yet. We don't. So now I've got a stoat with 1 blood. So I can go back. So I can click on the stoat, click on the cat. See, it gives it the symbol, but then it just stays here. And I can put down the stoat. So I'm going to put it in here. Here we go. So I'm going to put it in this row here where I can actually attack things. And then we will end. Click the bell. And there you go. Now you came with Wolf Cub. Mind the ambitious wolf cub. I'm saying club again. Mind the ambitious wolf cub. It ages swiftly. Actually, this is what this timer means, and it's a 1, which means after 1 turn, which is that number there, 1 turn, it will grow into it will move into a grown form, or become a grown form, which means it will just become a full-grown wolf. So it'll turn from being a 1-1 to a 2-3 full-grown wolf in 1 turn. So that's going to become that next turn. So I've got to start to think of that's what's coming. So I need to get this one out. Well, I don't really need to get this one out yet, to be perfectly honest. Because there's nothing that can hurt me right now. Although that is going to come down and hit my stoat, which is going to be a little bit painful. So let's just let this go for a minute. Did I pick up? No, I didn't. Okay, so we've got a wolf. That's interesting. I'm going to leave it, though. Because there's nothing I can really do right now. I mean, there was. I could have used the cat and the stoat and hit with 3, admittedly. If I did sacrifice the cat. Well, the cat doesn't sacrifice, but you know what I mean. Sacrifice the stoat and the cat. That's 2 blood. I could have put the wolfie in it with 3, yes. But I want to do it this way. The airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. So I get 2 damage. There you go. Right. Ha! My bat flew right over your stoat. Now, I do not attack. When I attack, even though this is flying, I do not go underneath it. Even though that could fly over me to attack, I do not attack underneath it. If I attack, I do actually attack the animal. So I will attack the bat, which is good, because I've got an attack of 1. The bat's got an attack of 1. Boom. So, but this time, I am actually going to cast the wolf now. Because I didn't want to sacrifice the stoat, but I'm going to have to sacrifice the stoat. Although, it might actually be better waiting, because this next turn is going to kill this. Then I can bring my wolf in to kill this. So that's what I'm going to do. So what we'll do is we'll ring the bell. I'll keep these in place ready to get the wolf out. And this will kill the bat. That's right, that's that done. You know you can play more than one card per turn, right? Now that's what I wanted. So that's now killed that. So we'll bring this out. So it's another wolf. That's fine. So we click the wolf, click the cat and the squirrel. We put the wolf here. The wolf will now attack with 3 and kill that. And the stoat is going to come along again and get a free attack. There you go. So now it's my go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to again put this down. And I'm going to cast this and this time. I do need to... I could have used the cat. But I want to put the wolf here. Because if I put it here, I'm attacking this. If I put it here, it's direct points. So it is going to go here. So it's going to get 6 damage this time. There's nothing else to really do. It only's got that 4. So 2 is going to go over. There you go. And we won. So that's that round up. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the now blooded terrain. So we'll go on to these cards here. And again, we get to pick 2 cards. So we've got the Wolf Club that... I swear I'm going to chop my tongue out if I keep saying club. So now we get the Wolf Cub that we just saw. Or we get the Sparrow. Now, again, this is actually cool because a proper full-grown wolf is a two blood card. You need two blood to cast it. And it's a 1. But this only needs 1. And it's a 1/1 to start with, admittedly, so it's weak. But after 1 turn, it turns into a full-grown wolf, a 2/3. But you only have to pay 1 blood to cast it. So that makes it viable. Sparrow, of course, flies over. Only does 1 damage, can take 2 damage, but only takes 1 to cast. Now, personally, I like my wolves, so I'm having the wolf. We move on. So here, you can sacrifice. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. So we click on this bottoman and we have to decide what we're going to give away. Now I'm going to give away this because there's a reason. Now it's good, the cat only takes 1 blood to cast, admittedly, but it's in 0/1. If I could put this onto a better creature, then I'll have a creature that you can use to cast any time, and it'll stay alive and it'll stay on board, but can have some attack and defense. The problem with cat is, if you put it down, it can die easy. And once it's dead, it's off at board. Then it's doing nothing for you. So if you can put this onto something better, then it's best to do it. So we click on this symbol. You looked upon the menagerie and selected a healthy host. Now, of course, I can put it on the Wolf Cub. So then when it grows up, it's going to be this. It's going to turn in, it's going to have this. But, yeah, the Stoat says, pick me. So picking the Stoat would be good. It's got a 3 defense, or at least it's got an attack, and it'll stay on board. So we're going to put that up here. And this can get the effect. What an honor. There you go. Now its eyes have gone glowing, look. So now I've got 1/3 with that same ability the cat had. A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the cat now lives in the Stoat. And now that joins your hand. There we go. So it's like the cat upgraded, because the cat costs 1 to cast, and this costs 1 to cast. So it's like an upgraded cat. Okay, so he's using a totem. Behold, my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. So every card that's a wolf, any kind of dog, if he's got like a young cub and all those, they'll all have an airborne sigil, which means they can fly over me, my cards, and damage me. So I can't block them unless I have a card that specifically blocks these, or an airborne card myself, which I didn't take the airborne card, so not good. Move on. He's completely insane. You see that? Right? No care for the rules. Pathetic. Really. Enough. Only keeps me around to watch me suffer. Sorry, I did that wrong voice. Only keeps me around to watch me suffer. Right, so again, let's have. We can press W and we can have a look at it. We can press W a couple of times and have a look at his cards. So of course, one, the coyote is a canine. So all canines get this, the flight symbol. So now it's flying, and of course the bat is flying anyway. So now we look at my cards. I've got a couple of wolves, a squirrel, and the stoat. So I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna cast the stoat. Now that's gonna come with 4, quite a hit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a squirrel. Squirrel's gonna go here. Then I'm gonna go with a wolf. See, that won't get destroyed because it's got the symbol. And we'll put the wolf here in the gap, and we will attack. The reason for that is because it's only got wolves only have a defense of 2. That's not good. So we're going to get hit with 4. We're going to hit them with 4 here. They'll hit us with 4. That's all that's going to do now is my totem has granted my coyote the power of flight. That just means it's going to even it up again. So we get hit by 4. It's level. So now I can pick this, and I can put this down. Now I can pick my other wolf, my wolf cub, put this here. Sorry. Let's go back. I'll put it there anyway. That's what I wanted. Get off. My fault. Sorry about that. I got a bit mixed with the keys. So this is going to now attack, hit the bat, kill the bat, and the bat will die. And then these are both going to attack. I didn't cast my squirrel, but it don't matter because this will go over it anyway. It won't kill my squirrel. And these are both going to hit for 4 points. I think we're level, so we should be okay. You're 1 damage away from winning. Now we're 3 away, but that's okay because that's just turned into a wolf, and so we're good. Now I'll pick this card. Okay, we got a river snapper. We don't need it. We can just pass. I can cast it. Won't make no difference. Like, there you go. Them 2, put it there. So it's going to get hit with 7, but I'm only 1 away. So 6 are going to get into the overflow. Oh, sorry, no, not 6, 3, because he did it back. But we won. So 3 go into the overflow. Impressive. You may yet survive this ordeal. See how using just one of them squirrels changed everything around, made it a lot easier. If I hadn't have done that, I'd have probably had to take 4 points in the first round, in that first hit. But because of that, I did 4, and so all he did was level it up. So you've got to use them wisely. Knock on wood. Okay, so we get to pick a couple of cards here again. So now I've got a choice from 3. We have a wolf. I've only got like a couple of wolves and the wolf cub. So sparrow. So we get a chance at the flying card again, and we get another cat, which of course is yet again another symbol like before that does that lets us keep tapping into it. Now the wolf. No, I've already got a few of these. I mean, flight could be a really good call. I mean, you can never have too many of these cards because you're just saving all the time. But you've only got so many spaces on a board. You can't keep throwing these down or you're going to have nothing to attack with. So we're going to go with the sparrow because if nothing else, I can take this flight off of it and give it to something better. So we'll go with the sparrow. Now I get a choice. So I can press W to move forward. You can look over the board, see what's coming ahead. Now the fire does one thing, and this is another sacrifice where I can. And if I want to look at my cards, just press W and you look over at your cards. So again, this is a sacrifice. It'll let me put this fire symbol or this growth symbol on something else. To be honest, if I put the flight symbol, all I'd do it on is put it on the stoat. But instead, what I think I'm going to do I'm going to put, I'm going to go to the fire because it's something new. You came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come, warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire. That will enhance his power, said another. You noticed one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. These will eat your creature if your creature kind of comes here too often. So be careful. Like if you come up with a super powerful creature, the chances of you getting eaten by these guys and then killing that creature gets bigger. So if you come the first time with a creature, you'll probably be okay. Probably first few times, in fact. So we click on this. It'll give +1 to power. That's what that teeth symbol means. So now we get our characters. So you don't want to go because he's afraid of getting eaten. So these are all viable because again, you've got like that'll turn that to a 4/2 or 2/6. 2 attack but nice 6 damage. I could let me flyer be a 2/2. Or I could let him be a 2/2 and keep him on board. A 2/3, sorry. He does more damage and at the same time I keep him on board. So that's what I'm going to do. I won't sacrifice him. They won't kill him this time. So I'll get him at a 2/3. And the fire warmed the poor stoat, enhancing his power. One of the survivors reached toward it. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the stoat away from the fire and left. So we're getting back, and now it's a 2/3. So I just think that makes him really useful because now he's hitting with 2, and a lot of creatures have, a 2 defense that have a nice big attack. So it's a good thing to have, and he has got that ability from the cat, which makes him even better. So we're gonna have a little battle. There's a way out for both of us. It's somewhere in this foul cabin. Be silent, or I will tear you to shreds. Nice. Okay, so we have some grand furs. Now, here's a little thing that it doesn't tell you as I've seen. If you right-click the symbol, if you're not sure of what a symbol is, and what any of these symbols mean, just right-click them. You can do it on your cards too, and it comes up and it takes you straight to the page and tells you what it does. There's a journal kind of thing. Card of a bearing this sigil will grow into a more powerful form after 1 turn. So if you go to these, you just click. A card bearing this sigil here will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. So we know that some of his cards are airborne, like this one. So it will block his grand fur. So now he's got a big grizzly, a big 4/6 grizzly. Well, that's going to be problematic. Now, I'm going to tell you something here. You cannot win this battle. Okay? Don't try and win it. You cannot win it. Because there's a reason. This is scripted. There's a reason why you lose this. I'm not saying just go out and lose it purposely, but you're not going to win it because it's going to bring on a lot more grizzlies and you just haven't got the cards to cope with it. So, but have a little battle if you want, but don't use your items, because if you use your items, you're just going to waste them because you're going to die anyway. You're not going to win. So don't waste your items here. So we'll go squirrel and we'll bring out the stoat, and then I'm not doing anything yet. I was going to cast the stoat and put it here, but the problem with that is that that would then come forward and kill my wolf cub. You're going to get hit with 4. You see, it's brought another one out. So you can't win this, trust me. You just haven't got anything that hits hard enough. See, I can put the squirrel down, and I can then, even if I bring out the red snapper, which is a 1/6, don't matter. it's only going to be 2 hits and you're dead anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. So with a Wolf Cub, we'll hit him. It's only going to take him down to 5. But this will hit with 2. This will move forward and hit with 8. Well, it will next round. And that's why I say don't bother. Don't bother trying to do it. There's nothing you can do. Let it go. Sorry, I've not been reading the text at the top. Just, read it to yourselves. I was too busy looking at the board and explaining. You've lost. Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. So, we now have to get up from the table. Press S. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel beside the door. And this is why I say it's scripted. We now have to, it's just A and D to go left and right, W and S to go forward and back. So we're going to the barrel outside of the door, which is here, and there's a candlestick. Here's the barrel. Boom, pick it up. Bring it here. So again, we go there, and we bring it, and he taps there, we put it down. Now we sit back down and he'll explain to us what it's for. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another one, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? See, so this was just a scripted event because it was meant to introduce the candle to you, the candle concept. So you were meant to die there, so don't worry. Now, any time when you're on the map here, okay, so if you press S, you can get up from the table and have a walk round. So as you can see, there's lots of things to do, and we'll be exploring them in the next episode. So I'm going to sit back down, and this is where I'm going to leave it before we carry on. I mean, it's not our decision next. We've got cards either way, but it looks like we've got a boss coming up, and we have items. I've already got 2, so I'd only be able to have 1 because you can only have 3. Or I can visit the cannibals again and see if we can get a card that's even more upgraded. But we'll see. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. It's a great game. It is on Steam. I'm not sure how much it is. There'll be a link anyway in the description probably to the Steam page, and you can get it yourself if you want. It's a great game, honestly. I really enjoyed it, and there's a lot to it. A lot of puzzles to solve. All these things in this place, I'm just going to show quickly. All these things in this place are puzzles that you've got to solve, and there's things to solve in all of them. So, oh, that's one thing. Take the candle out. Let the candle go. Let the smoke go up into there. There's a reason for that. So that's just one example. You've got this flickering and that, and then you've got a safe. You've got a picture here, and then a clock. So there's a lot of, and then these items. So there's a lot of things to come up, and there's a lot to do. So, and I'll show you most of them as we go. So as I said, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. I'll try and bring another one of these as soon as possible if you want me to. But for now, you take care. Goodbye for now, my friends.